being scared. Coward. Can't say coward. Uh, what the hell? It's some super woke shit. Anyways, welcome. Restarting stream. I'll be here for I don't know, maybe like a half hour or something like that. So come join. Come join. Come. Go ahead. Go ahead. If you're a viewer of the right, viewer of the left, whatever. Go ahead. If you're bored from watching Vosh or Hassan or smelly old Asman, then yeah, you're welcome. Go ahead. Also, feel free to check out the YouTube. Go in the comments. I don't know. Just interact. Stop being lame. Stop being an incel closet loser. But yeah, I mean, news is crazy. News is going off. As I wait for anyone to come here, anyone to try me, we're just gonna go over. I don't know what's here on YouTube. Sam Harris, experience emotions without being consumed by them. Yeah, it's called realizing how the fuck emotions work. We could do this. We could. Let's go over headlines and react to those. Does anyone do that? Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not married a Holocaust denier. Eee. Oh, hopefully I don't get banned for saying the H word. Oh, God. Oh, no. What's this? An ad. Sick. What is... Isn't Times Now freaking some fake news channel? Like actual fake news? Charlie Kirk tribute song. Oh, no. I can't skip this ad. Why can't I skip this ad? It's 55 minutes long. Why can't I skip it? This is torture, man. What is Orange Thing saying? Can you guys tell me what he's saying? Jesus Christ. It's the Epstein list Oompa Loompa. Oh my god, just reacting to this shit's ridiculous. Oh my god. Oh man. Like, if any of these people want to debate, that'd be great. Okay, thank god. What do we have here?
No, that's probably AI generated. So, actually, you can't open the windows. You know why? They're all heavily armored and bulletproof.
So that's a fake video.
Well, it's got to be because I know every window up there. The last place I'd be doing it is that because there's cameras all over the place, right? Including yours. No, but every window, I've never seen a window that's. In fact, my wife was complaining about it the other day. She said, "Love to have a little fresh air come in, but you can't. They're bulletproof." And number one, they're sealed, and number two, each window weighs about 600 pounds. You have to be pretty strong to open them up.
What is he talking
about? No, that
about?
has to be. Where was the window? Let me see.
What the hell is this? I can't even scroll. Most other channels you can scroll. This one you just can't.
Which is the window?
It looks like this is on the 15th Street side, I think.
Yeah.
So right here.
Yeah, those windows.
What's going on, my guy?
Those windows are.
What is he
they're all
talking about?
sealed. You can't open them.
This, I hate these freaking conferences because he just talks about. I mean, granted, yes, you're being human.
And one of the problems we have with AI, it's both good and bad. If something happens really bad, just blame AI. But also, they create things. You know, it works both ways. If something happens that's really bad, maybe I'll have to just blame AI. But there's truth to it because I see so many phony things. I saw something.
I don't like that.
As I was growing up, from the time I was a baby till now, I said, who did that? It was AI generated. So it's a little bit scary, to be honest with you. But those windows.
When you were a baby, they didn't even have fucking internet.
I follow up with what you were saying regarding
What the hell you mean, dude?
against you and your administration as it relates to your ability.
Well, they ruled against our country, the court, and they ruled against us before. It's a very liberal court.
You called it highly partisan in your.
Well,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
certainly
yeah.
is. It certainly
And in
is.
fact, it was along ideological lines.
Just blame AI.
Well, except that
Oh
we
my
actually
fucking
got
God.
one of the
Here we are.
Obama judges that was appointed by President Obama voted in favor of the tariffs because he felt it was imperative for our country to thrive and survive even.
Oh, he's talking about the friggin'
And I
tariffs.
gave him credit.
Oh,
I said,
yada
you know what?
yada.
That took a lot of courage for him to do it because you don't see that often.
So my question is, I imagine, I suspect You're going to appeal that all the way to the Supreme Court?
Well, we already have, yeah. In fact, we're doing something else. We're going to be
Emergency
going to the
docket.
Supreme Court, we think, tomorrow, because we need an early decision. I mean, look, the financial fabric of our country, we're a rich, incredible country right now, and we're
No, we're
able
not.
to, other countries use tariffs on
We
us
are not
for
credible.
years, and we never did. I did a lot during my first term, but then we had COVID, and we had to focus on other things. You couldn't be tariffing Italy,
Like, everyone's selling
Spain,
off the bonds.
France, as they were
They're
dying
not
by
that
the
credible anymore.
thousands and millions. But we did with China, and China paid us billions and billions of dollars. And I started the process, but
No,
then
they
I had to
didn't.
end it a little bit because of COVID. We focused on that. But no, it's a very important decision. And frankly, if they make the wrong decision, it would be a devastation for our country. We've taken in trillions of dollars.
No, we
And
haven't.
by the way, all these countries signed agreements. As an example, they're all happy. Everybody's happy.
No,
But
they're not.
some whack job put in a lawsuit. It went before a very liberal court, and the liberal court ruled, it was 11, they ruled 7-4, with one of the most liberal of them all voting in our favor because they're patriots. I think I give tremendous credit to that judge. And now it's going to the Supreme Court. Now we're going to be asking for early admittance. We're going tomorrow.
I wonder if you
and we're
paid 'em
gonna
off.
Ask for an expedited ruling because, when you look at the stock market's down today, the stock market's down because of that. Because the stock market needs the tariffs.
Yeah,
they
sure.
want the tariffs.
No,
if
they
you
don't.
look at AI, all of those, all of that money that's going to be invested, trillions and trillions of dollars, the biggest thing, bigger than the internet, I suspect. It's the internet plus 3 or 4 other things combined.
No.
We are leading
Oh, no.
very substantially with AI. We're leading because of tariffs. We're leading because of
No, you're
talent,
not.
and this is where they'd like to be. But without the tariffs, we wouldn't have a chance because we wouldn't be able to
No.
protect those investments of the companies coming in. So if you took
What
away
companies,
tariffs,
man? What, the data centers?
we could end up being a
Palantir?
third world country.
Surveillance?
That's how big the ruling. So we're asking for an expedited ruling.
Oh, yep. So, yeah, emergency. Yep.
Republican control Congress. You control the House, you control the Senate.
Yeah, but we don't have 60 votes. We don't have 60 votes.
You
I'd
No,
love
but
to
we
do
don't have
that.
60
If we
votes.
had 60 senators, if we got the 60 votes, we would get them. But
Oh,
we
God.
need 60 votes, and we need a certain number in the House. I think we'd get. I don't know. We have about 5 of them here. Would everybody agree with me on tariffs? Without tariffs, we're a different country. We have taken in so much money, and here's the thing.
No, we haven't.
We signed a deal with Japan.
Look it up.
They're paying us hundreds of billions of dollars. We
No, they're
signed a
not.
deal with South Korea. We signed a deal with the European Union. We signed a deal with Europe.
Yeah, the
And
The papers are
those
blank, my
countries are
guy.
paying us $950
Everyone saw it.
million, and they're happy about it. They're okay. As one of them said, it's amazing.
Yeah, they're
that we
okay
got
because
away
then you
with it
stop
so
talking
long.
about them and stop threatening
One of
them.
my friends, a leader of one of the countries, and they're fine with it. They all signed. If that ruling ever went against us, I guess we'd have to give back hundreds of billions. We would have to give trillions and trillions of dollars back.
Trust in Jesus
The
before it's
countries
too
that have
late.
been
I'm getting
ripping us off for
distracted.
the last 35 years.
This guy's just going
And
over and
I can't
over,
imagine it happening,
posturing.
on a legal basis.
This is his
they have
tactic.
no legal basis whatsoever.
Literally
but on
just
a
keeps
common sense basis,
going
it
at
would
it from
destroy
every
America.
other angle. Keeps reinforcing the point. That guy behind him's like, can you stop fucking yapping?
Satellite signal of Ursula von der Leyen's plane was alleged
With Ursula? Well, she had an interesting event. She's a tremendous woman. And so what are you asking me about her?
NATO is concerned about an IP2 about this
Sure, NATO is concerned about it. Well, nobody knows where it came from, but they did take away her ability to use a phone. You know? Sometimes that's a good thing.
Yeah, she'll
Sometimes
do
that
that
could
to
happen
him.
to me. I'd be very happy.
Considering reducing the tariffs on India from 50%,
What does that mean?
are you considering taking away some of the tariffs that you've imposed on India? You had posted.
No, we get along with India very well, but India has, you have to understand, for many years it was a one-sided relationship. Only now since I came along, and because of the power that we have with tariffs, India was charging us tremendous tariffs, about the highest in the world. They were about the highest in the world, number
No.
one. And
No, they weren't.
we therefore weren't doing much business with India, but they were doing business with us because we weren't charging them foolishly.
So he's just gonna keep talking about fucking tariffs
We
and all that
weren't
shit.
charging
Can
them. So they would send
No.
in massive, everything
No
they made, they'd
controls
send
here.
it in, pour it
So if you
into
miss
our
out, you miss
country.
out.
Therefore, it
Wonder if
wouldn't be
there's,
made here, which is a negative. But we would
Anything
not send
else?
in anything because they
Everything
were
is
charging us
happening so
100%
much.
tariff.
Yes, you
and,
are right, Saros.
I'll give you an example. Harley
It is.
Davidson. Harley Davidson couldn't sell into India. There was a 200% tariff on a motorcycle. So what happens? Harley Davidson went to India and built a motorcycle plant. And now they don't have to pay tariffs. Same thing as us. So what we're doing is literally thousands of companies are coming into the U.S. Car companies, AI, but more traditionally car companies. We have so many car company factories under construction or being designed right now, and they're coming from China. They're coming from Mexico, I must tell you, and they're coming from Canada. A lot of them.
Let me see. I'm interested.
But they're
in fact,
coming
India
into our
recently
country
cut
because they wanna
import
build
duties on
here.
Harvard
And they want to build here for two reasons.
a lower
Number
level
one,
to
they'd like to be
encourage
here.
sales
Number
and
two,
avoid potential
the
tariffs from the
tariffs are
U.S.
protecting them. And number three, they want to avoid paying tariffs. When they build their cars here, they don't have any tariffs to pay. When you build here, you don't have any tariffs.
I import
Go ahead.
In light of the Minnesota
duties.
shooting last week,
It's a
the
duty.
Department of Homeland Security is now awarding
Besides
more than
poop.
$100 million to hundreds of
In the
faith
past, I wonder.
organizations across the country. to
Recent
help
action in
build
early
out
2025 reduce
What's your
imports
vision for further protecting
import
religious
tariffs
liberty across the country
on
and
motorcycles,
incidents of
cutting
violence?
tariffs on
religious
heavyweight bikes
liberty
from
is
50
so
to 30%,
important,
and small ones
and
50 to 40.
We're talking about every
Motivation,
religion now.
preemptive
And
measure
we're
to
doing
make it
things
easier
on
for
that
Harley
nobody
Davidson
else has
bikes
ever
to
done. And we're
enter
gonna be
India
announcing
and
we're gonna
prevent
be
any
having
threat of
a
tariffs.
big announcement
So they
in
did
about
it
2
out of
weeks on that
fear,
question. Yeah, please.
not so much
Sir,
as an
Are
agreement.
you concerned that people may not
What's
be
the history
willing
on
to
this?
relocate from Colorado
Huh.
to Alabama?
No, I'm not
And
worried. It will get somebody else.
Colorado
I mean, the problem with Colorado
Can I
is
get a
they
link?
have a very corrupt voting system.
Oh, just the
They-
February
look,
4th
I
link
have
from
so many
BBC
friends in
2025.
Colorado. Anytime
there,
you
like,
have mail-in voting, you have corrupt
any
elections.
actual
Very simple.
record?
It's very simple. Even Jimmy Carter said it with his commission. They set up a commission with him and Scoop
What?
Jackson and some people, highly regarded people. And they said the one thing, the finding was, if you have mail-in voting, you will have corrupt elections. Well,
But counterpoint.
Radical
Wait a
left
minute.
governor
Yes, Harley
decided
Davidson
that
is
he was going
significantly
to have
affected
all
by
mail-in voting in
tariffs,
Colorado.
the ones that we're
Once you have
imposing,
all
which
mail-in
increase costs
voting,
by
and for
raising the
whatever
price
reason,
of imported parts and
the
foreign-made
Democrats
motorcycles.
And they cheat like
So, let me get this straight. So, looking at Harley Davidson, sure, easier to sell them in India, but now it's going to cost them more money to make the fucking bikes in the first place, anyways, because you're importing other parts. So, they're not winning anything. They're not doing good. They're probably even doing worse than they were. Oh my fucking god.
Impact this has on the state and on that local area.
Katie, do you want to answer that?
Look, I mean, this, go ahead.
Please go.
This is going to be tremendous. I mean, the state of Alabama, what we've seen through this process is the worst of Washington. We've seen politics get in the way of what is best for the warfighter, what's best for national security. And the state of Alabama is about to show the country the best among us. So we know the economic impact is going to be tremendous. There at Redstone Arsenal, we're proud to house everything from the FBI to headquarters there for material command to a number of things. We obviously have NASA with Marshall Space Flight Center, and so this naturally fits within.
What?
When you look at the decision matrix that they placed in front of us, that's why we ranked so high, is because we have the resources necessary and the ability to build out quickly to meet the needs in front of us. As far as economic impact, it would be tremendous. Does anybody have an exact number? 1,600 jobs. With 3,000 spinoff. Look at this. This is teamwork right here. So we are really proud, and the people of Alabama are ready to get to work.
And I've got a housing question, if you could, just for a second, Mr.
Yeah,
President.
please.
Owning a home.
So they're centralizing
about the American dream.
military assets
For a lot of Americans.
in the
Just
cousin
recently,
fucker
you
state.
Pushed out a statement about addressing an emergency housing situation.
That's right. We're thinking about doing that.
Yeah, can you just?
Well, we need a little help from the Fed. We have a man named Jerome Too Late Powell. You probably heard of him. He's too late. He's way too late. And the economy is so strong that it's pushing through that. Normally, it would have been much tougher, but we're doing so well that we're pushing through it. But it makes it very hard for people to get mortgages because too late is too late. Very simple. He's too late. and probably political, whatever. He wasn't too late before the election. Before the election, he was
Oh my
cutting
God,
rates, right?
fucking comments
because he
is
was hoping that, I guess,
ridiculous.
Biden would get in, or that Kamala would. He was a big Biden guy.
What the
Explain
fuck?
that one. And then he was a Kamala person, but he was hoping, I guess, she'd win. I guess, I don't know. It didn't work out too well, but yeah, we need a very serious cut. You know, I think that if you look back many decades ago, the United States was always the lowest, even if they were doing badly. The United States was, because without the United States, everything in the world would die. It's true. It's so powerful. It's so big, and I made it.
No.
I made it really big in the first 4 years. Then it started to degenerate with what this Biden administration did. But we built it up
No.
to a level that I never thought
You
we could
also
be at
cringe.
this quickly.
True.
We're the hottest. We're the best. We're the best financially. The money coming in is so
No.
big because of tariffs and other things, but because
No.
of tariffs. Tariff gets us even those other things. Plus, it gets us great negotiators. I settled 7 wars, and numerous of those wars were because of trade. And numerous of the trade deals that I made were because of tariffs. It gives you a great negotiating ability. If that ability were taken away from us by a liberal court acting on essentially foreign nations asking to get help from the United States government, when they've been doing this to us for 40 years, that's why we have $38 trillion in debt. We won't have it for long if they let us, if they allow us to do what everybody knows we should be able to do. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, another Biden-era action that you're now reversing is that you signed a deal last week to make federal buildings adopt and embrace classical architecture styles again. Can you talk to us about why you do that, and also what's your vision?
Well, we
for-
want to see beautiful buildings. Now, you know, it's in the eye of the beholder. I've seen architectural reviews over the years. I'm an expert at it. I've gotten a lot of great reviews. But I've seen buildings that I didn't think would get great reviews, and
Whatever. So the Harley Davidson issue on September 24th, 2020, Harley Davidson announced that it would discontinue its sales and manufacturing operations in India due to weak demand and sales. Nothing to do with the tariffs. 70 layoffs. They only had 70 people working in India, and the fact, what the fuck? Damn, they're really stressing it. Harley Davidson tax. So, when did they put the tariffs on? Yeah, what was it before, though? Before. Because they didn't do it to just Harley Davidson. They did it to motorcycles in general, because with India, they have their roadways are very small, right? We look at the actual structure. So in order for them, well, there's also a demand because motorcycles are very easy to get through the traffic there, right? So the really work on that to bring more money for their government, obviously. They put tariffs on them. And so, yeah, that's what it is, man. So big bikes now have, you more likely get a big bike, which, part of it too is with smaller bikes, it's easier to get away with crime, especially in hectic ass streets like that. So that's probably why they did it too. There's so many other reasons than what the orange guy is saying. And then, mind you, with Harley Davidson, they simply just stopped selling because there's no demand. No one wants big, bulky ass fucking bikes in India. It's the same reason why Europeans don't get big ass pickup trucks, because it won't fit on the fucking roads. 2018 tariff dispute saw the EU impose a 25% duty on US motorcycles, which Harley Davidson initially absorbed by reducing its profits rather than passing the cost to consumers. So, 2018, that was Trump. Yeah, through all the bullshit, it's like you take 3 minutes to fucking Google
that,
shit
you'll be
and
reading
boom.
about that. It just happened moments ago, and our great general, head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, who's been so incredible, including what took place in Iran, knocking out potential nuclear power for a long time to come. I think within a month they would have had it if we didn't do what we did. But he gave us a little bit of a briefing, and you'll see. And there's more where that came from. We have a lot of drugs pouring into our country, coming in for a long time. And we just, these came out of Venezuela and coming out very heavily from Venezuela. A lot of things are coming out of Venezuela. So we took it out, and you'll get to see that after this meeting is over. Do you have any questions, please? Yeah, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senator Tuberville, you talked about the cost savings
Yeah.
associated with this announcement. Can you talk about the strategic benefits?
Comments is
by
so
having
freaking
Space
divided.
Force Command
This is like the worst I've seen it ever.
Well, it just works because we have so much else there. And having a
Jesus
central, you could
Christ.
call it a central command, but it really is a command station. Also, even locationally, where it is, and when you think about flying distances, if you can save a half an hour as fast as some of these planes go and things go, and even the rockets go, if you can save by having the best location. So we went out, as you know, to experts, and we had 4 different groups of experts. They all said this was the best location. I also loved it from the standpoint, I know the people of Alabama, they are great people, work hard, and there's no games, and they're very proud of it.
This, So what's he doing with Alabama? Alabama military, not base, but expansion. Whatever. I mean, he just announced this, so maybe it's new. Oh, 12-bill package in 2025 to strengthen military support, protect bases, and stimulate the defense economy. Yep, yada yada yada. Fiscal year 2026 military construct, Veterans Affairs, base modernization. So new facilities at the mobile shipyard for submarine production, modernization, yada yada yada. See, my thing is, he's saying that, I mean, granted, if it's in the middle of the country, yeah, you're going to save time, but where's Alabama on a map? So, U.S. map, Alabama. Down there. If you really want to save time, you might want to do it, you know, away from a wind current. One for the airlines, because hurricanes, right? Alabama get hurricanes? Pretty sure they get tornadoes. Tornadoes. Yes, Alabama gets hit by hurricanes because it has a long coastline on the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, it still says Gulf of Mexico. Making it vulnerable to storm surge and wind. Yeah, so have a... Yeah, see, this doesn't make any sense. Does not make any sense at all. I mean, clearly he's doing it for the people that live there, but also the make a military installation in the middle of friggin' Alabama. The 30 minutes. I don't know, man. I don't like this. Train doesn't
And
like it
keys
either.
all over the place, and it takes a lot of disadvantages to doing, spending billions and billions of dollars and actually making it safer in some way for some of these lunatics that we're dealing with. But I don't think so. I've thrown out the concept. We have great teachers that love our children. The parents love the children. Teachers love the children too. And if you took a small percentage of those teachers that were in the military, that were distinguished in the military, that were in the National Guard, et cetera, and you let them carry That's something that a lot of people like. I sort of liked it. It'd have to be studied, but they're trained. They know about weapons. You can't do it with every teacher because most teachers don't know, and But I always thought that would be an alternative. But it just we've had a lot of instances. Other countries have also. They have different kinds of problems than we have, but we do have. There's something going on. And it's a bad thing. Yes, please.
Have you spoken with President Putin in the past? Have you spoken with President Putin?
Yeah, I don't want to. I have learned things that will be very interesting. I think in the next few days you'll find out.
Will there be any consequences if there isn't some type of announcement of a meeting with President Putin and President Zelensky?
Yeah, there will
And
be.
what those consequences
We're going to see what happens. We're going to see what they do and what happens. I'm watching it very closely. Last week they lost 7,000 between the two countries. 7,313 soldiers to be.
Meanwhile, we're only creating like 3,000 jobs, if that, in Alabama.
And they're Russian and they're
Compared
Ukrainian.
to the
they're
million that
soldiers.
we've been
I want to see it end.
reported down.
Have you decided you're definitely going to
Jesus
send National
Christ.
Guard troops to Chicago?
I didn't say when, but the answer is, look, Chicago's very interesting because I watched Pritzker get up and say we don't need help, we're safe. But 2 weeks ago, they had 6 people murdered, and they had 24 people hit by bullets. Last week, as you know, it was 7 people, 24 people hit, and 7 people died.
Bro's like, if the numbers are not negative, it's not good enough. Fucking Christ. Yeah, it's a big city. There's a lot of people per capita, yada yada yada. Let's see. Ooh, good question. How many murders happened in Alabama last week? The number. Oh, one was 22 hours ago. Okay. Alabama crime statistics. This is probably very, very in-depth. Jefferson County. Oh, let's look at 2025, I guess. Do we have... Oh, it only goes up to 2019. Huh. Interesting. Well, stop taking count, I guess. In Alabama in 2025. Are they still even counting anymore? List of homicides in 2025. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. What numbers? We got lower numbers. Oh. Halfway through 2025. Half of what it was mid-year 2024. Wow. Where's the numbers? Countrywide, there were 196. Oh. 2021, 216. Can we get like I don't care about like since the beginning of the year. 37 in the first 6 months. Okay. So we got a number. So 37. And how many people live in Alabama? This is what? Oh, this is just Jefferson County. It's not even all Alabama. They don't keep track of this shit, do they? Excluding Birmingham. I mean, what better way to really misinform your public if you don't take count of what's going on? 37. Okay. Jesus, a lot of property crime. This is just one city. Alright, well, Jefferson County. So this is Birmingham's. Oh man, we don't got the numbers, man. We're not getting the numbers. No. No. Alright, well, 37 so far in Birmingham. For the last 6 months. I gotta go soon. Let's just finish up with this then. It's a wash. So, murders in Chicago 2025. So far, 288. So that's a lot. Still 117 fewer people when compared with 2024. Austin has recorded most homicides so far in 2025. The hell? Like Austin, Texas? Yikes. Which city injured? You mean district? Jesus Christ. So we got that. 288. So Jefferson County, Birmingham, population of Birmingham, Alabama. Not a lot of people. Number is way down. So we got 196,000. Oh, this is since 2024. I mean, it's downtrending, that's for damn sure. Jesus Christ. Everyone's moving to Huntsville. And then, I guess, population of Chicago. This is how we do math. 2.77. Jesus. 2,721,000. So we can do math, right? We can do math. So we have a ratio, what was it, 288? Since, yep, 288 divided by almost 3 million. Jesus Christ, that's a big number. Compared to not even 200,000. Oh my god. This is exactly what I mean. Is the numbers, Mason. Look at them. Oh my god. So 288 divided by 2.7, what was it, 21 million? Well, can I just, I'll just round down. I'll just do 2,700,000. Oh my god. Not even 1%. Not even 1%. Not even a tenth of 1%, right? So this is the percentage of murders so far per capita in Chicago. Right? For 2025. 288 compared to the population of 2.7 million. We're rounding down, mind you. We're rounding down more than the population, because it's literally, actually no, not, I'm sorry, it's still a part, because it's like, what, 21,000? So I'm rounding down 21,000, which is a significant fraction of the population of Jefferson County, which is only 196,000. So let's do math again. So there was only, what, 37 in Birmingham since, where's the numbers? Yep, 37. So this is going to be an interesting number. This is wow. Holy shit. So 37 divided by What was the number again? So 1 9. Oh, bring it back. 6357. 6357. It's still bigger. Still bigger. Actually, let's times 100. Times 100. Let's get a basis. Okay. So that's that's almost 2%. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's almost, because I've multiplied by 100. That's still not even 1%. Let's do the same thing here. Times 100. So 0.011 0.011 Chicago. 0.018 or 19. Yeah, that's Birmingham, Alabama still has a higher murder rate per capita. Still more dangerous than Chicago. You have more of a chance of getting killed in Alabama than you do in Illinois. The higher chance, almost twice as high, mind you. Almost. It is, what is it? We can factor a ratio of this. So, will be bigger number divided by. So let's do a third one. So 0.0. I want to actually factor these to like similar. So let's times by 100 again. Because it's just dividing by decimals is weird. So do that. Times 100. So this is in a scale in the thousands at this point. So 1.0 and 2/3. 1.88. So 1.07. 1.88. So 1.88 divided by 1.07. Yeah, it's how much more of a factor you are getting murdered in Birmingham than you are in Chicago. So again, this
I think politically correct is to approve it because there's nothing so popular as what's happened to our.
So if you don't know how to do math, you're fucked. If you don't know how to read, you're fucked. If you don't know how to look things up, you're fucked. This guy is delusional. True. F the left, whatever. This is the problem. This is the problem. These stupid ass people, whether they're real or they're bots, all problems. And it's like, how do we get to a better sense of understanding? You know? Because people just seem to be getting crazier faster. I don't know. Well, next time I stream, I'm gonna work on music for surezies this time, because I don't know what else to really tell you people. Like, we went over everything else. Asmon's an idiot. These people are still gonna keep doing the same shit. They're gonna keep saying the same shit. They're not gonna point things out the way I am, at least. Some of them might. But this is, a call for war in the United States. I mean, that's the concern, man. And we just gotta find some common ground, people, before the worst possible shit happens. Oh shit, no, not again, please, no. Damn, man. Well, maybe eventually we'll figure something out. Besides, I got more math to do. We got more music to do. If we actually start doing music, I promise we will. It'll be something different for sure. But nobody understands quantum mechanics. Yeah, no shit. You make it more complicated than it needs to be. Damn, man. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Fortunately, no one wants to debate. No one wants to come in here, but whatever. European lawmaker makes. Oh my god. I don't know, man. We'll just have to see what happens. Let's keep an eye out. Make sure that we don't have a war on thought, because that's possibly what's coming next. There's already the whole idea of a war on ideology. And mind you, we're already creating issues with Venezuela and Brazil, South America, for literally no reason. Like, actually, one last point then before I leave. Friggin' Venezuela drug influence. Whatever. While the results do not directly address the query regarding Venezuelan drug influence, they provide context on Venezuela's current political situation and its historical economic background. Yeah. The current authoritarian government under Nicolas Maduro is characterized by widespread corruption, which could provide a permissive environment for illegal drug trafficking. Yeah, who's in charge? Oh, this guy. Didn't someone else win the election? And which party? Socialist Party. Okay. Interesting Google saying this. Actually, what are they saying about this? Oh. Oh. Well. Yeah, that's a problem. Venezuelan authorities say none of the 11 people killed in last week's U.S. strike on the boat in the Caribbean had ties to Tren de Aragua gang. It's a claim directly contradicting Washington. It's just like every other country. I mean, that's the thing, too. It's like every other country is literally saying the opposite of what the United States government's saying about almost every issue. He said Venezuela must prepare for an armed fight if it's necessary. He also rejected. Uh-oh. Well, I'm gonna leave you with anything today, then I wasn't expecting this, but I mean this just got released literally within the last few hours. So yeah, if the Venezuelan government is saying that the US committed a war crime, essentially, by just indiscriminately bombing the vessel. Yeah, there's problems between Venezuela and then Brazil as well. So, yikes. I don't know. This is a problem, though. Genuinely a problem. Because if between this and the instability that's currently going on in the United States, with what happened 2 days ago, big yikes. Yeah, and question why U.S. forces did not attempt arrest if they suspected narcotics were on board. Facts. Literally, that was genuinely the worst thing that you could have did, was just indiscriminately bombed a vessel, assuming that it was a gang just like you've been doing with people in America with a different skin color than you, speaking a different language. Oh my god. Fun fact, did you know that fentanyl is actually used for like be like well, not a spinal tap, but epidural, right? Like if you're giving birth, that's what they give you. You know they can, like hospitals and stuff, bad actors within hospitals, if they're not keeping proper track of the stock, like you know that happens, right? It's not typically through other countries like this. I don't know, man. And even then, still, one bad apple doesn't label the whole country terrible. Because we're, at least for now, still, we're given that same grace by our neighbors. Like, a lot of people understand that not a lot of people are radically insane and stupid. But still, I mean, given enough time, with enough people leaving the country, it's gonna change. Just, yikes. The division is just gonna keep dividing, and then whatever's left is bound to do something, that's for sure. But this is not good. Not good at all. So, potential war with Venezuela and Brazil and South America. Mind you, I've had friends that are from those countries. It's not looking good. Because obviously, I mean, Mexico's right there too, and why wouldn't they want to join? I don't know. That's speculation, but I mean, with how the U.S. is acting and how Venezuela is responding, it's not good, man. Not good at all. It's gonna be like Vietnam all over again, except a lot worse. A lot worse. I don't know. Well, let me know down in the comments below. Hopefully you learned something today, and I don't know, just do the right thing. Just stay alive. Promote facts over rhetoric. Yeah. Okay, bye.